Welcome to another video, guys. Today we're gonna be talking about promo codes you could be using in your first 24 hours of creating a new account, so you can start Raid the right way. Nowadays, Raid is giving a lot of extra free stuff for new players, so if you thought about playing Raid, or you're thinking about starting a new account, this video will definitely help you out. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be appreciated. Now, let's get into it. The first thing you need to do before starting Raid would be to get yourself a good download link. And if you use mine, that will net you the awesome legendary champion Corrado as soon as you finish the tutorial, and also you're gonna get the top tier epic Ugo as soon as you hit level 15. So my code is definitely very worth using to get you on the right track. But on this video, we're gonna be concentrating on the promo codes you could be using in your first 24 hours, and right now you actually have plenty to choose from. If you go over to the Hell Hades website, you are gonna see that they do have a promo code section where they do talk about new player promo codes you could be using in your first 24 hours, but I actually noticed they are missing a few codes here and there. For instance, right now you could be using the code GetAlice to get yourself Alice, which is definitely one of the better champions you could be picking out of these new player promo codes. Don't forget you can only use one of these promo codes in your first 24 hours, so you definitely need to make the right choice. And I think one of the best champions you could be starting off the game would be none other than the Void legendary Supreme Galek. I actually don't have this guy on my own account, but he really is very strong. And the key thing that this guy is going to be giving you super early into the game would be HP burn, which is going to solve a lot of PvE problems for you. He's also doing amazing things like putting down block buffs, also decreased speed, which is one of the most important debuffs in the game, and he also does smack. He has a pretty nice AoE on his A3 with the HP burn, block buffs, and decreased speed, and he also has a 4x attack hitter on his A2 that also increases his attack, and it does all sorts of shenanigans with the HP burns as well, so this can be super important for pieces of content like Fire Knight and also other single target bosses. His A1 is also pretty nice, increasing the HP burns, the A3 places, and also his passive ain't no joke either, and this would definitely be helping you in a lot of places. The cool thing about his A3 is this is going to be solving a lot of issues for you for Spider, which is one of the harder pieces of content the game offers in the first months of a new account, and like I said, the A2 is going to help you big time against Fire Knight too. And also this guy has an amazing aura, increasing all ally attack in all battles by 33%, so this is going to be massive. Like, you put this guy in the lead, you put your starter champion Kale, let's say, next to him, and also Corrado from my download link, and all of them are going to get all of that plus 33% attack aura, which is going to be increasing your damage a lot. Another huge benefit for this guy is you actually don't even need to build him in 100% crit rate. You only need 90% because he has this extra 10% chance of inflicting a critical hit on all of his skills. So this is definitely going to be a lot easier of a champion to be building. We can also actually check out what Hell Hades thinks about this champion, and he is an overall 4-star champion, which makes him pretty amazing. 4-star out of 5, definitely ain't no joke. And like I said, he would be a monster in Spider. He would be okay in Fire Knight apparently. I think they've done him dirty here a little, because he definitely does bring a lot to the table there. He's gonna be amazing on Hydra, which is gonna be a piece of content new players will need to tackle after a few months for sure. And he's super solid in Doom Tower too, so definitely worth picking this guy out. Honestly, if I was starting Raid today, I think I would have gone straight up for the Supreme Galek. Other than that, we can also see he's okay in Arena, so definitely not the worst thing to start the game off with. So if you want to be getting your hands on Supreme Galek, all you gotta do is go to the promo code section, which is in this menu right here. Click on promo codes, and you want to be writing Supreme 6. And if I was in my first 24 hours of the game, I would have been able to claim him, but alas, I am not. By the way, guys, if you're on iPads or iPhones or anything like that, you could use the website from my description, and that is gonna help you actually enter promo codes like this. I don't know why they don't have it straight up in the game, but they don't, so you need to be using the website from my description. The second best champion you could be getting in the first 24 hours of your new account would be Sun Wukong, and this guy is an absolute beast. For starters, he is a skinwalker, so obvious he needs to be a beast, but that's not what I mean. This guy can really smack. His A1 basically has a 50% chance of slapping the opponent with a stun. On the A2, he could be turning people into sheep if they don't die straight up from the attack, and also if they do die straight up from the attack, you do a massive AoE damage in that case, which usually wipes the entire team. And on the A3, you have a buff strip that also lands block buffs, and it also hits super solid. Not only that, but you have an amazing passive on this guy. He basically cannot die. as long as somebody is alive on your team, and as long as nobody has placed block revive on you, you should be able to revive every 3 turns any champion takes. Like Wukong dies, the opponent takes a turn, another one takes a turn, your ally takes a turn, and then Wukong pops back on full turn meter, full health, everything, ready to smack. And not only that, but this guy also has an amazing increased ally speed in arena battles by 28, which is gonna be the best thing you could be having on your account for quite a while, until you can get your hands on something like Arbiter and so on and so forth. Let's go over to Hell Hades and again check out what the site thinks about this guy, and he is again a 4-star champion. He is Spirit, and he is an arena specialist. Like, no question about it, he is one of the best champions for arena, especially in your first year of the game. I myself have been using this guy countless arena battles. He's also pretty good in Hydra. I actually still do use him in one of my Hydra teams, so that's pretty nice. Like, the block buffs and strip is super solid there. Pretty good in Doom Tower because he keeps on reviving. He's okay in Spider, and okay on all sorts of other places, so you really can't go wrong with Wukong. If you want to get him into your account, all you gotta do is, again, go to the promo code section, and now you're gonna have to write Monkey King. And again, if this was my first 24 hours, I'd be able to claim this bad boy, but I don't. And the last really worth champion you could be getting as soon as you start raid would be none other than Alice. Would have been awesome if you guys started the game a few weeks ago when you would have been actually getting Alice and one of the other legendary champions like this. Alas, if you skip that time, now you still have the option to get her if you use the code GETALICE in your first 24 hours. She is definitely a pretty amazing champion, bringing you all sorts of cool things to battle. Her A1 is smacking a couple of times, and she can also decrease buffs for the opponents, so she could be pretty awesome in things like PvP and such. Her A2 is absolutely broken, dealing super big AoE damage, and she can also actually lock out the opponents, which could be huge both in PvP and on the arena. She also has 75 chance of decreasing each target's turn meter by 15%, and she can even do much more than that if she actually does increase the cooldown of some of the opponents to the max. Lastly, we also have a pretty good A3, where she attacks one enemy and ignores 20% of the target's defense, which is definitely no joke. And if she actually kills the opponent with this skill, she will attack the lowest health enemy and also ignore his 20% defense, which is super good. Her passive is also super good for wave content because she does reset her cooldown, and her damage even increases depending on the opponent's cooldowns. She only has 30% increase attack in all battles, so still pretty strong, but not as strong as the Supreme Galek one. As for Hell Hades, they still rate her at a 4-star. I think that is accurate, but if I gotta be fair, I think she would be a 3.5 if the other two are 4 stars. But yeah, she is also definitely pretty strong, both in Arena and in PvE, but I don't think she is as strong as Supreme Galek in PvE, and I don't think she is strong as Wukong in PvP, so she's something like in the middle, so basically a jack of all trades, master of none kind of deal. And yeah, the stars here actually back that claim up. She has 4-star on Spider, Fire Knight, Dragon, Ice Golem, 3.5 on Hydra and Clown Boss, Doom Tower is 4-star, and Arena is 4.5. So if you remember, Supreme Galek had plenty of 5 stars here, and Wukong had 5 stars here, so she's definitely good, but I don't think she is the best option. Like I said, if you want to be getting her in your account in your first 24 hours, you go to the promo code section and you write GETALICE, and that is gonna give you Alice straight out the gate. Again, doesn't work for me. Shocking, I know. We also have quite a few other new player codes you could be using as soon as you start raid, but I'm not gonna go over those in such detail. I'm just gonna mention you also could get yourself Loki the Deceiver if you're really into some Vikings lore and stuff. That is gonna give you the legendary champion Loki, who was also a 4-star champion, but he is definitely not an amazing champion for your first days in raid, because he's not really gonna give you that much progression in your first days. You would definitely get a lot of utility with him after several months in the game, but he's not gonna be as strong neither in PvP nor in PvE for you, because he's more of a support champion as it says, so if you don't have amazing champions to support, it's not so amazing to get a support, I'd say. To get Loki, you could use the code GETLOKI. And the other legendary you could consider getting would be Sigmund the High Shield, who is a defense champion, and Hell Hades is rating him at 3.5. I don't have this guy on my own account, and I'm not exactly sure where he's supposed to be decent, but that's why we have Hell Hades 4, and we can see he'd be good in things like Ice Golem and stuff, but not an amazing champion for most other pieces of content. He is bringing Provoke, which is definitely a pretty nice debuff to be having on your team, as well as decreased attack, and he is also bringing Shield, but again, a lot like Loki, he's gonna be amazing as a supporting champion for your team, but he's not gonna be bringing you any quick wins anytime soon. To get Sigmund, you could be using the code MidGameTop, and that's gonna give you a lot of extra stuff as well, and the legendary champion Sigmund. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hope this helps you figure out what champion you want to be picking up as soon as you start Raid. And don't forget to use my download link if you want to get yourself Corrado for free, as well as the epic champion Ugo after you hit level 15. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be appreciated. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris05, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.